Hello. Hello, hello. Yep. We good? We're on. Okay. What's up, fellas? It's your boy, the late Lord Haven, 1 minute late this time. Not too bad. Yes, I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the New York City Comic-Con Empire Stage panel for Duncan Egg, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So that'll be fun. I don't know if this live stream will... Yes, can you hear me? Is everything all good? It should be. I don't know if this live stream is like allowed to stay up. I'm not sure if I can... Well, surely if what's this channel? What was it called? No, I can't remember. If this channel is allowed to stream it, surely I'm allowed to stream myself watching it, right? Either way, I think I might use OBS to screen record this. So if this live stream does get taken down, I'm gonna do a recording and either make a video of like a highlight of my reactions to the panel, or I'll put it, more likely, I'll put it on Patreon. If YouTube's not happy with it. But after this, I'm going to do another live stream, like literally a few minutes after this panel, which will be a specific kind of frame-by-frame breakdown of the Duncan Egg trailer, because I think that deserves to be its own live stream. And again, if this one gets taken down, I want to separate that. So, OBS and blah, blah, blah. Let me just make sure I've got the right thing. Yep. Mic working, OBS, desktop audio, hold on. That's working, mic. Why isn't my mic working for OBS? Come on, man. Hello, gotta make sure I record this. Alright, okay. Alright, yeah. There we go. Hey, that's working. Okay, so I will start recording that. Cool. Oh, whoops. There we go. Cool. So I'm recording this live stream, just in case it gets taken down. There we go. Yes, Quinn is going to be here at the panel. He's in the audience. He's in the audience with one of his buddies. So hopefully we hear a question of his get read out, right? Because I think on X there was a post about, you know, oh, we're gonna have some questions for George R. R. Martin and everyone on the panel. We might answer some Twitter questions, so ask away. And then Quinn asked one, and it was very I think it was like the most liked question in the comments, maybe. So it's definitely getting asked. So yeah, we can check that one out. Quinn's got his little John Con. He brought a John Con sigil with him. Oh, hello. Hello, what's going on? Is this...
What do you guys say? You wanna meet the people who are bringing a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms to life?
Yeah. Okay, we're starting now.
It's
officially started.
We've started. Yay. Co-creator and showrunner, Ira Parker.
Let's go, Ira Parker. Wait, hold on. I'll make sure the audio is not too loud. Ira Parker, he worked on House of the Dragon. He wrote the 4th episode of Hot D Season 1, I think. Wow, look at the streaming quality here. I love all these pixels. There's Peter Claffey. He's playing Dunk. He's an Irish legend. Irish king. Let's go. And then the drippiest kid in existence. Any picture of him, he just has the utmost drip.
And co-creator and executive producer.
Who?
The mastermind.
Who's that?
George R. R. Martin!
Oh, him, yeah. I've heard of him. Who's this DJ? Why has she got a Shrek shirt on? Ha! There he is. He was wearing that exact hat when I saw him in Oxford. Look at this king. Let's go. Woo. Get George in that chair. Can he get in that chair?
Welcome to New York Comic-Con, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Thank you.
All right.
Is this a couple of first Comic-Cons up here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, it's a Comic-Con panel, so this is going to be
Welcome.
This
to
is
the
probably going to be
circus
very
here.
awkward and
This is
cringe because
exciting.
they always
This
are.
is my 10th time
It's
at New
always
York Comic Con. I love it here.
Very good. It's awesome.
Oh,
I'm
turn up a
trying
bit.
really hard not to have a panic attack right now.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Just I'll give you a big hug, box breathing.
I am glad that this
If you
actor's
need to.
using, from the clip we've seen,
George,
he's
I'm
using
gonna
his
come to you first,
natural
my
Irish
friend.
accent for Dunk. I think that's cool.
Oh dear. This is much bigger than the first New York City Comic Con.
Oh, the teaser's already dropped.
Which one was that?
That was
Oh,
1964.
has it dropped online?
That was the first one, and I was the first member. I paid my $1.50 and I got badge number 1.
Wow.
And there were
Well,
about 30
I'll do a
people
trailer.
there
I'll do a
selling
trailer
old comic
breakdown
books,
after
and
this panel.
Fabulous Flo Steinberg.
It'll be a different stream, probably.
Was the major guest, but Steve Ditko showed up, so it was very exciting
Oh, wow.
for me to meet Steve Ditko.
Well, I'll
And
say-
I had a great conversation with him, but I think we must have frightened him because that was the last Comic-Con he ever attended.
well, if the writing thing doesn't work out, maybe you just sell that badge.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
be.
I mean, you've created now one of the most beloved fantasy worlds our generation has ever seen. Woo! What is it
Let's
like
go.
to now see this new live-action adaptation of a new pocket of Westeros?
Well, it's been great. I went over a year ago to watch them shoot in Belfast, in Northern Ireland.
And I'm going to
I
do an
spent a
angry
few
blog
days
post
there,
in 2
and they were-
months saying that
they
the
were
show
having some jousts. They
sucks.
had a
I'm
tug
going
of
to talk about the
war,
butterfly
and
effect.
I got to meet the
Duncan the
cast,
Tool is an
not
8'2",
only, these
and this
two,
completely
but,
affects the
rest
future of the
cast
story.
too. It was pretty amazing, and it was all really cool. I mean, they had a whole somewhere north of Belfast in the wilds of Northern Ireland. They had the whole Ashford turning ground laid out with wonderful grounds and tents and jousting pavilions and things like that. It was, I felt like I was back
Oh,
there.
the jousting
and
is
there's
going to be
nothing
so
like that
good.
to see
You know the
something that's
jousting is
only
going to be
existed in
good.
your head suddenly come to life.
Oh man, those sets just look incredible.
Yeah.
They look so cool. When you first imagined Sir
Turn the
Duncan
volume
and
of the
Ed,
panel up. Sure.
did you ever picture them on
I'll go all the
screen?
way. I'll go all the way.
Actually not. No. I didn't picture any. I mean, I'd worked in television for like 10 years, from the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s, and
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
at a certain point, I said, I got to get back to books. And
I gotta get back
I'd
to the
done-
books.
in those 10 years I worked in television, everything I wrote was always too big and too expensive. So, you know, I did my job. I was on the writing staff. I would write a second draft or a third draft, and it would be cheaper and smaller and all that. But after a decade of that, when I went back and I started Game
I
of
like the
Thrones, I
little
said,
tagline.
the hell with that. I'm just going to write something
Turn the
as
stream
big
up
as I can
compared to my
imagine,
voice.
And
I mean,
no one will
the-
ever film it because it'll be monstrously too big and too expensive.
I don't
So I
want the
wrote
stream
that.
being
Thank
the
God you
same
did.
Game of
volume as
Thrones.
my voice.
And
Like I'm
then
talking
it
over this on
surprised me.
purpose because I don't know
That's
if
the one
I'm
that
even
actually,
allowed
got
to
me.
stream this. So
And then Duncan Egg came along a little
transformative
a
content.
little
guys.
later, a smaller thing.
If you want to
for,
watch the
a
stream
series of anthologies,
without
that
me
Robert
interrupting
Silverberg
it,
was
just
editing.
watch the original stream.
But that was a lot of fun too. I really loved. I still look at the Hedge Knight. That's what our first thing is. That there are 3 existing Duncan Egg novellas, and the first one was the Hedge Knight. And you know, sometimes writing is a struggle, and sometimes it comes to you more easily than that. And the first Duncan Egg, the Hedge Knight, came to me very, very quickly, and I loved it. At the time I finished, I said, "This is one of the best things I've ever done," and I still feel that way. I still feel these stories are some of the best I've ever done. And,
Keep writing them then,
and
bro.
Ira and his amazing team, I think, have done an amazing job of adapting them. And what you see is going to be very similar to what I wrote.
Why do you, the way he sometimes just giggles at the end of sentences?
What you wrote, these characters, they
Very
really just
similar
jump off
to what
the
I wrote.
page, and seeing them on the screen was awesome. I've seen a little bit of it. It's so cool. Peter, I'm going to come to you, man. What is the first step?
Someone in the chat said
in
they
all,
met
like,
Peter
in
Claffey
becoming
once
a
at an
nice-
under
not
16s
within
rugby
the
game.
Westeros world, but for you,
Damn. That's cool.
What was it like for you to become Dunk?
He's a bit of
What
an
was the
unknown,
first
isn't
thing
he?
You
He's,
felt like you had to really learn how to
He's
do
been in like
to get
2
this
things
character
acting
down?
wise, and before that he was a
Horse
rugby
ride.
player.
Horse ride. Not a big horse rider before the show.
I had done a small bit. I had a brief stint on season 3 of Vikings Valhalla. If anybody's seen that.
Oh, he's in Vikings. Valhalla.
Played a very, very rotten Viking, but
A
I got
rotten
to
Viking.
get a sort of a
Oh, he played a
baseline
rotten
horse
Viking, I
riding
did.
experience in on that, and then we worked in preparation for our show. This show, we worked with the Devil's Horsemen, who did all the horse work, and they were just amazing.
He is a
Got to
Chad, doesn't he?
really,
He does
really
kind of
good
look like the
level
Chad
of
meme.
horse riding with that. But I suppose just everything. It was such a obviously for such a massive.
There are so many
role and a
accents
massive,
in Flea Bottom,
world to
man.
come into. You've got
Irish,
You've got so many
Davos's
passionate fans,
Geordie
me
/ Durham
included,
accent.
to
Carl Tanner, Legend of
to
Janali, with
make-
that kind of
to
Mancunian
impress
accent.
and-
It's just a King
do
Landing is a
justice
melting
to.
pot of
and
melting
the
pot
fact
of
that we
random
had
fucking
such a good
accents.
script that Ira translated, of course, and wrote this amazing script, and then the fact that George's, of course, iconic book, having both of those two things together to merge together and draw from all the time was a huge, huge help, and it really kept
Man, every
the
screenwriter
crippling
looks exactly the
terror
same.
and anxiety away of.
They all look
Like
so
the first
soy.
time I
Like,
got when I got the role, it's a lot different to your experience. You had a great time. I was in the gym and at home in Galway.
Aegon's
and I
actor
came
kind of
out
already
and
has Targaryen
my
hair.
agents, Morris, Amy, and Lisa, who I've been with from day dot. They do this thing where they'll group call if I get something, and I saw the group call and I knew what was coming, and I was like, and usually it's great.
Show
and then
the
it happened,
audience.
I was like, oh, amazing!
Show
can't
Quinn.
believe it and stuff. And I went home and I sat on the couch and it was just silent, and then I slowly just slid off the couch and fell onto the rug and just curled up in a ball and just hyperventilated for an hour. And my girlfriend Ali came back.
He's taken.
and,
He's taken.
she
I'm sorry,
came in the
ladies.
door
He's
and she was
taken.
like, oh my God, what the hell is wrong? What happened? And I was like, I got the role. So yeah, it was a lot of that to deal with, but it was great.
What a legend.
Dexter, what was your experience that sounded a little less chaotic?
So, it was definitely a little less chaotic. So, my agents, Andrew from Mark Drummond Management, they said, oh, we're just going to do like a little audition, self-tape kind of thing.
This little
And then
kid
they
being like,
showed
yeah, so my
me,
agent hit me
these
up.
photos, and they said, what's wrong with, there's something wrong with all these photos. And then I kept saying what was wrong with them. And then they got a picture of an egg. And then they said, you've got the job. And then I was like, what? No way. And then all my family rushed down, and my dog came, because she's a massive Game of Thrones fan. And it was a crazy moment.
This kid got
and then I
banter, what the
realised
hell?
I'm going to have to shave all my hair off. That was my next thought. And
You
How-
were looking forward to that, weren't you?
no, I was.
How is
I was
he
really
more? How is the
excited for
kid
that.
more confident
And
than
then,
the 6 foot something Irish
The
rugby
first thing
player?
I did is I had some scrambled eggs.
Yeah, boy.
Seems ominous.
Yeah, it was an insane moment, and I'm really grateful for getting the job, and I'm
So his
grateful
so his
for the
agent,
amazing
when he
story
got
that
the
George
the
R. R.
role, they
Martin
sent him an
wrote.
egg.
Here.
They sent him a picture of an egg to break
How
the
old are
news.
you, by the way?
I filmed it when I was 9, but right now I'm 11.
When I was 9,
Oh my god,
I-
that is a
couldn't remember what I was supposed to have for lunch, let alone
I know.
George
that is a
R. R.
very
Martin's
mature kid.
words.
That's a very smart kid.
Incredible work. Was there a moment for both of you when you got to set or saw a
That kid is
costume or
media
just
trained,
any
what the
moment
hell?
where you were acting out a scene where it kind of set in like, oh, we're here. This is that world.
The teaser's out. I know the teaser's out. I'll be doing a
That's where
separate
we
live
went to,
stream
like, the
watching
first
the
set.
teaser,
That was
just in
mental.
case this live stream isn't
They
allowed to stay up.
built This literally the entirety of Ashford
It felt like
town
we were actually there, because
Yeah.
we were.
in Northern Ireland, in a place called Glenarm, that's more populated with wasps than people.
That was a big issue.
I think half the budget went on CGI and the wasps off my face out of the end.
Unfortunately,
Child
it
actors
seems
are a
that
different
wasps
species,
like
says Boombler.
Sugar blood,
Yeah.
which we covered several characters with for the duration of shooting. And yes, that was unfortunate.
But as for moments that go by, I think that was definitely, as you said, seeing Ashford Village was
That was
amazing.
amazing.
And then for me personally,
Was he allowed to read the
I'm
book?
A huge
Probably
fan
not.
of the illustrations done
I
in
don't
the
know,
graphic
actually.
novel as well. And when I
Oh.
saw the armor,
He's a-
Dunk's armor for the first time, it was like
He's a
carbon
graphic novel
copy,
enjoyer.
Pretty much 90% of what that was, and I was like, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, Dunk's actor has read the graphic
I'm not
novel.
gonna
Egg's
look that
actor
bad
has,
in
has,
this
has read the actual novella. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Ira, I would love to hear from you.
I still don't have the graphic novels, actually.
Taking
I
it
need
out
to
of the
buy
Seven
them because I've got
Kingdoms,
basically every
bringing
other
it to
Westeros
live-action
thing. I don't
reality
have
for all of
the-
us. Game of Thrones world has a bit of a timeline.
You can see
you
them online
kinda
for free,
just
but I want to own them in
Clarify
person.
for everybody who might not be familiar where we are, when we are, and why this is different from maybe Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, which we all in this room probably also love very much.
George starts booing. And the
Well,
butterfly effect.
over the years, I've developed quite a lengthy history for Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms.
Where is
and
blood
also the
and
rest
fire?
Of the world around him. I didn't know any of that
Give us
stuff
the
when
Blackfire
I started.
lore.
I just had this guy vision of finding a dead direwolf pup in the snow, and but it grows. It grows. I've often talked about the two kinds of writers: a gardener and the architect. An architect would have planned the whole thing ahead of
Ooh,
time, but I've
I'll read
never
out
been that, so
the
it
super
just-
chats at the end of the
I
stream.
was
Thank you
actually
everyone
writing
who's sending
another
them
novel,
in.
and it came to me.
I'll
and
read them
it
out at the end.
grabbed hold of me, and I started writing it, and then this spun off. So, but there's something very exciting about that when it really does start to come alive, and scenes come to you, characters come to you. They shove aside other characters, and they don't forget about me. I'm important too. And this was a lot of fun. I've always loved medieval tournaments.
Yeah, I can tell.
In other pictures, and of course we had several tournaments in Game of Thrones.
Shout out to
But
that season 1 joust in
although
the
they're
car
in the
park.
background, they were not the center of it. I said, I want to do something that's entirely set during a tournament, because I found tournaments were very exciting. And I set them a challenge, which I think Ira has, and as people have delivered by. You won't see it tonight, but you will later. I said, let's do the best jousting sequences that have been ever put on film. A modest little challenge for Ira and his crew.
Don't tease us like
I think
that.
the previous, my favorite
I'm so
previous
excited
was
for the jousting.
1952.
I'm excited for the Tri-By 7, let's be
Ivanhoe,
honest. Oh my god.
MGM,
Nah,
Elizabeth
no, I
Taylor,
am kind of hyped for
George
this.
Sanders,
I've been very
Robert
lukewarm
Taylor.
about this, and I kind of, yeah, sure.
They don't have much
The hype's
jousting
building up
sequences,
now.
but what they
The
have
hype's
are
building up.
really good.
And apparently
So
it's coming out
that's the
January,
standard,
that's
but,
confirmed now.
well,
Apparently
You
January.
guys will judge how well we did, but I think we did pretty
Birthday
well.
month.
I've
go.
seen it. It's really good. It's really cool. Ira, what was? I mean, no pressure, right?
It's really cool.
No,
Look,
But-
yes, setting the new standard, no pressure.
I trust that man to be in charge of
jousting
Duncan
was
Egg.
a lot of fun. We also did something hopefully no one's ever seen before, which is a jousting tournament at night, which is just looks badass.
Nighttime jousting, that sounds...
I'm very excited for everybody
dangerous.
to see that. But no, look, this story takes place between
There
the
better be some
two
torches.
shows that everyone has seen and that everyone loves, in a time where Targaryens don't have their dragons anymore, that they've
I trust a man who looks like that
very
to
much
adapt.
on the decline, finding themselves in this weird
George
middle
R. R. Martin
place of,
piece.
okay, so the thing that we use to conquer this
Look at
kingdom
those
doesn't exist
Harry Potter
anymore.
glasses. Look at that
Everybody
mop of
starts
hair.
asking, you know, well,
Look at the
why are
Chad
they
pose
still
where
in
he's got
charge?
his hand awkwardly on his
Maybe
knee.
they
That
feel
is a
they
man
have
who's
to
going to
come
like
to a tournament at Ashford
be
Meadow
very,
in
very
this
rigorous
backwater of a
in
place that they probably wouldn't
adapting
have
even
done
the
before,
smallest things.
you know, to show
Don't give me
faith,
the
to show up,
Benioff
shake
and Weiss
hands,
jocks, these gym bros.
and obviously that kicks off our story.
Give me
in a
this
very
mousy little man.
Interesting way, bringing them into a head-on collision with our.
Again, he
young
did
Sir
he
Duncan
did
here.
a good episode of Hot
Um,
D, season 4, episode
You know,
1.
I
That was a
think
good
the
episode. It
biggest
wasn't the best,
thing
but it was
about this
it
show,
was
finding its
pretty good.
place, sandwiched between these two giants, was just tone for us. These novellas are so they're so lovely and sweet, and they have so much hope, but they also have just really brutal elements. of
He
this
looks like
world
the
that I
Riddler
think
from
we've all
Batman.
grown to love in
From the
Westeros,
latest
where
Bat, you're
anything
right.
can happen. There is a level of unpredictability that resonates with people.
He
because
looks like he
of how
probably
your life
mods
is.
r//Song of
Following
Ice and
Dunk
Fire.
on this journey should be a very grounded, gritty, earthy ground up sort of feel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Grounded,
we've never had
earthy,
this perspective before.
low key, low
Somebody
born.
Who
I like it.
grew up in the slums of King's Landing, as an orphan who came up in this world, didn't have a name, didn't have an inheritance, didn't have any money, doesn't have, the best training in the whole world, and he's just trying to make it. He's trying to go out and do something.
He looks like someone
Never-
drew
he's never
Stephen
done
Merchant
before.
from
He's out of his
memory.
comfort zone.
Oh, come on,
And
man.
Hopefully a lot of that will resonate with a lot of our audience.
Peter, I feel like
Yeah,
having
this is
that-
the
that
average Fantasy
background
Haven viewer. You're
that
right,
Dunk has, having some
and I
street
love him
cred
for it.
instead of traditional night training.
I think we
sort of
can
thing
trust
might
this
come in
guy's
handy for
showrunner
that
based
guy.
on what he said. He seems
I
to
think so.
get the vibe.
And I think fans of the book know what you're referring to for sure. I think there's a lot of, obviously he's trying to be the most respectable, honorable knight that he possibly can be, and it's funny because he tries to sort of put away or extinguish that side of him that he wants to forget, that young boy in Flea Bottom just trying to survive and almost like half human, half dog, like roaming the streets, and I think he's constantly trying to extinguish that. And
I wonder if
and-
we're
and
going to get
forget
Flea
about
Bottom
that, but
flashbacks.
it serves him
Dunk as
to
a
know
kid,
that
as a very
that
tall
is
kid.
who he is in certain situations towards the end of our story, and it serves him to have that personality that never give up and never fight tooth and nail.
Man, how are they going to
sort
make
of
this 6 episodes though?
So I think he gets to sort of accept himself. It's,
Like 3
it's one big
episodes, maybe,
violent
but
therapy
6?
session, kind of. Yeah.
One big violent therapy
Obviously,
session.
I've read the book. I've listened to the podcasts of people talking about this, the YouTube videos of people talking about this, and there's a lot of debate about what.
There's
it
someone watching
requires
this
to
stream
be a
right now,
knight,
my boy Cal,
whether it's
who auditioned for Dunk,
ceremony
made
or
it to like the
a
second
trait
round
or
or
a
something.
character. In your opinion, having become Sir Dunk the Tall, what does it take to make a knight?
That's a tough one. I think the beauty about the knights that
What
the
makes you
knights
think
that Dunk
Duncan's a knight?
looks up to and wants to emulate that George has created is there's in such a, I mean, I'm an enormous Lord of the Rings fan. I hope a lot of people are.
Hey,
And loads of different fantasies of that.
he's a
And-
nerd.
but
He's a
this-
nerd. He's
this-
not just a.
this world
an
that
actor,
George
he's a
has
proper
created.
nerd.
There is a lot more sinister and adult themes that are presented, and a lot of treachery and backstabbing, and it's hard to find your way. And for a lot of people in this world, those things.
Oh, 30-minute
work
episodes, is
off.
it?
They pay off. I
Okay.
mean, did for
6
Peter
30-minute
Baelish for a long
episodes.
time, and you know what I mean.
Okay,
and
3 hours.
I think
Yeah.
for
3
somebody
hours
to
for
have
the Hedge Knight,
the actual
including
knightly valor in
maybe
that
fleshing out
world,
Blackfire a bit, which doesn't
is
happen in the original
something to
novella.
really,
Maybe some
really look up
flashbacks.
to,
Okay, I can see that
especially in
working,
the world
sure.
of Westeros. So I really adore Dunk's want. And
Would I
need
rather have
to
30-minute
maintain the
Would I rather
morals
have
that
6
knighthood
30-minute
has
episodes or
probably
3 hour-long
forgotten,
episodes?
In Westeros.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have
through his journey in
3 hour-long
Ashford
episodes,
and
to be
Ashford.
honest.
So I
but
think
there we go.
it takes a lot more to be a knight in Westeros than it does in Middle Earth, maybe. I don't know, is that a big? I don't know. But yeah, maybe that's it.
Do you know what you've just started?
I know. I'm going to have to get flown out of here.
Hurry up, out the back door. No, you did such a good job with this character, man, and just the complexities and the layers and the things he has to go through, man. From what I've seen so far, you do such a good job with it.
Thank you so much.
One of my favorite beats of this story is the first meeting between Dunk and Egg. And Dexter, what was it like for you to create that meeting, and also the meeting for you two for the first time? How did you guys kind of establish the fun dynamic between these two awesome characters?
So, first of all, our bond was amazing the whole way through. We had such a great relationship, and that was actually the first scene we filmed together, and that was crazy. I was like, I'm now part of this amazing franchise, and
This really is best case scenario,
it was,
Joffrey.
It was so
This kid.
insane to like be in that and experience it. And yeah, do you want to add anything on else, Peter?
I zoned out there after my Middle Earth comment.
You can
What
feel it.
was the question? What was the question again?
I
Sorry.
don't remember.
I've never regretted saying something in my life so much. Sorry, go on. What was it? I thought it'd be
ADHD king.
The team in the back is like, what did he say?
Yeah.
No. No, it was just,
He's gonna get
establishing the
sniped by the
dynamic.
Tolkien
How did
estate.
you guys sort of build your relationship? And
I love
is
how he was
Dunk and Egg's
genuinely just
relationship in any
daydreaming
way reflective
during
of the
Dexter's
relationship
answer.
between Peter and Dexter?
I think definitely. You like Dexter mentioned, he started filming at the age of 9, and he's 11 now. And the concept that you're working with a 9-year-old is over within.
The actors
half
do
an hour
seem
of
to
the day on
very
set, and
strangely
you
match
realise
their
you're working
characters
with
so far. I'm not gonna lie.
25-year-old in an 11-year-old's body. He's just incredibly mature, and I'm really in awe of, like, even looking back at who I was when I was 9, 10, and 11. I could not be able to come out here, do the things that I've seen Dexter do, the performances that Dexter has done, and I do think Dunk looks up to Egg a lot and looks to him for guidance, and I find myself doing the exact same thing with Dexter, for sure.
Aw.
Ira. Ira, I'd love to hear your perspective on what you wanted to really bring out of that relationship.
Look, watching Dexter and Peter evolve on this show it's been a mirror of watching Dunk and Egg and their relationship grow. It's perfect. I mean, we've seen examples of this right here. We've seen basically the manifestation of Dunk's inner monologue.
Literally.
The anxieties that he carries forward, Dexter's just absolute excitement.
Someone in
over
the chat,
everything
Dunk is
that's
a hunk
new,
and
wanting
Egg
to
is
go to a
cerebral. They're
tournament,
lovely.
Wanting to have some fun, wanting to be a kid, then very slowly realizing
Dexter giving like a really eloquent answer
he's
while
made a decision that
while
impacts
Peter
others,
just full on
and
just
that,
just like
in
daydreaming.
order to
just mind
mature
somewhere
and
else
to
is so
become an
funny.
adult and to be a good squire in this world, that he has to think about other people and how his actions affect other people. The two of them have played off of each other so brilliantly. I mean, just even watching them, hearing about all the times you guys spent at the arcade, getting to know
We
each
spent a
other.
lot.
You guys still have all those tickets,
We
right?
do. We're saving them up because.
We're saving up.
Yeah.
What do you
Man,
guys
I
saving
want to
up
see
for?
the behind the
Like a
scenes of this show.
PS5
There's
or
a
like
PS5 there. There's a couple of really cool. Do you know the way when you get like a couple of tickets, they give you like the real crap presents and stuff, but then you're like, there's no way you could get that many tickets, but we've been to the arcade like a kind of worryingly long amount of time. It was one of my, we were talking about it earlier on, one of my favorite ways was to decompress after set, because we had so much work to do, was to come back and kick Dexter's ass in Mario Kart.
I kept winning.
No. Don't change the subject, you know.
Well, I got the most tickets, so.
Which
You were
Mario
looking
Kart
at
was
my
it?
back bumper, Princess Peach.
Which Mario Kart was it? Which edition? Is it like the arcade one?
It's the
Yeah.
arcade
Oh,
one.
okay. You sit in and you have the whole thing.
But I
Yeah.
can never choose my character because you have to like.
You're using the
spin
steering wheel to use the character.
And then you try and move it, and you end up on like Peach, and when you want to go
Yeah.
Bowser, and it's like, come on.
I know.
I hate when that
Put a pound
happens.
into this machine. At least give me what I want.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys had no fun working on this, huh?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Dreadful. Sounds terrible. I'm so no. It sounds like a lot of fun, guys.
My boy
Ira,
goes
one thing I've
Bowser on Mario
noticed
Kart. I respect it.
When I was reading this,
I respect it.
is that in the writing of George R.R. Martin, sometimes when there's like about to be a big action moment, or a
This
big
is a
intense
non-cringe
action
panel.
moment
This
is
is
happening,
this is
I feel like
suspiciously
the
not cringy
details
for a
start
Comic-Con panel.
really coming through there, almost as a way to not only set the scene, but make me have suspense to see where this goes. Like all of a sudden, I'm learning about the mud and the way the blood feels, or something like that. How do you capture action? Because sometimes you could take dialogue almost word for word and put it in the show, but action and the details might be a little different. How do you take what George wrote and then apply it to build that suspense and capture?
George
all
looks
of
like
that?
a Muppet.
Look,
He looks like a little
our
puppet just
guiding
on that
light
chair.
this show was to follow
Give
Dunk
George a
and let
question,
this
damn it. He's
character
all by himself.
In terms of tone and POV and the mud and the dirt, we want the audience to feel what he feels. We want to be with him.
Yes, Callan the
as
chat, this
closely as
feels
possible
very
to
much
want
not corporate.
You know, this isn't.
I think it's because there's so
action
few of them.
sequences that are
Like,
cut up.
it is just
very
a lot more.
rapidly, you know, to give some.
It's more of an intimate chat
It's not big sprawling
than like an awkward,
Game of Thrones that we've
cheesy
come to know and
presenter
love.
going
This is
through
close
12
and
different
this is
people and
intimate
everyone
and
giving
this is
like
brutal
stock
and this is hard.
HBO
This is
mandated
what
answers.
It would have been like for Dung to be facing this, and
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we
having
had
talked about cringe, the fan
some
questions aren't here yet.
incredible,
They're not. The fan questions aren't here yet.
our stunt coordinator and our second unit director, and our director of this major fight sequence, Owen Harris, just got right in there with all of our cameras, making sure, and we kept flooding this field with mud and dirt and shit. And
Oh, Trial by Seven is
just
gonna be
everything
fire.
that we, and obviously we had the sugar blood, so we had the wasps constantly on attack, you know, just annoying
God.
all of our
Oh
fighters.
God, I hate wasps.
So it was real, the pain, the agony, the irritation, the closeness even of your mask being on you, of the breathing, how difficult that is as soon as you put on a helmet. You know, it changes the way that you can breathe, and all of a sudden your heart starts going. We are going to feel every little bit of that.
I
you
hope
know?
there's a
We are
question
the
about the soundtrack
gritty,
because they
ground-up
don't have
version
Ramin
of
Djawadi
this
doing the
world.
soundtrack for this.
Man.
They've got someone new
All right, I
in.
got a sort of wish fulfillment question here that I think will hopefully be fun for everybody. And George, I'm going to come to you first. If you could pluck a character from either of the other two shows,
Right.
and just get to see them live in this part of the story, who would you like to see?
In this part of the story.
Yeah, if you had to pluck one from Thrones or Dragon.
Oh, well, that's a tough one.
It's
of
gonna be
course.
Daemon, isn't it?
One of the key
Tyrion.
things
It'll be
about
Tyrion
this
or
era
Daemon.
is there are no dragons. The dragons are all dead as a result of what we're seeing in House of the Dragon and subsequently. So any character with the dragon coming into this era would send ripples through the entire civilization of Westeros. You know, I have I have my favorites in all of the shows. And I think Dunk and Egg are two of the favorites. But it would be fun to have some of the other, you know, great knights from Westerosi history who are referred to. And I think Jaime Lannister would like entering tournaments, winning some of them.
Woo,
fighting
he said
some
the
of them.
name I
Tyrion would
recognize.
just bet on them.
Yeah,
And,
Tyrion would be scheming
you know,
at a tournament.
come out winners or losers. But I don't know. A lot of different characters. I'll have to mull this one. But I'm very glad that we have the focus we have here.
Yes,
You know,
someone in
one
the
of the things
comments,
when you're
Robert
writing
Baratheon.
a
Yeah, bring
book or
bring Bobby
a
B
story
in.
is to
Start the
question
damn trial
point of view.
before I
Are you
piss
gonna
myself.
have an omniscient point of view, or are you going to have a large cast of characters? In Game of Thrones, I think I began with 7 point of view characters that I switched between, but then I kept adding some. Maybe I would like to go back in time and slap that guy around a little. You had enough characters, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
Flippy says Brienne.
we
If
switched
you bring
between the
Brienne into this story
when I begin
and
this,
she
I said,
touches
"No, I wanna-
Dunk, then
I
like
wanna have a tight
reality
focus
breaks
on a
apart, right?
single point of view.
There's just a tear in the fabric
Everything
of reality.
we see should be through the eyes of Dunk.
The Time
And,
Reapers come out.
That was something to discuss when we were developing it. Do we want to keep with that? And I was strongly in favor of keeping with that. Or do we want to switch between other characters and show what's being said behind other scenes? When I wrote the third of the 3 novellas, I said maybe I should switch between Dunk and Egg and have half of it Egg sections, half
I'll
of
turn the volume up a little.
different views on the same point, but it didn't quite work. So I went back to just showing it all through Dunk's viewpoint, and that gives you a particular flavor to these that I like. I think there are some things that are going on that the reader is going to figure out before Dunk figures it out. What's going on, and I think that's good. Egg may figure out these things ahead of Dunk a little. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love the relationship between the two of these.
Well, I'll open it up to anybody else if they have a fantasy crossover.
I've been thinking.
Is he going to do Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I mean.
We want to see Aragorn.
I love because we were asked as well about Dunk's possibility of victory against other knights and stuff. But away from all that, I can't get the thought of Tyrion Lannister out of my head in Ashford Meadow. That would be hilarious. And just Dunk's interaction with Tyrion would be great. And
Tyrion would be so drunk
yeah,
at that tourney.
I know.
Be
Yeah,
great.
Sure. That
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so we wanted to get some fan questions for the panel. So we went to the most reasonable, peaceful place, the internet.
Oh, here we go. Fan questions.
And this first
Weird.
one is for George. This comes from @Anne Eleanor Artist. George, what do you like most about the story of Dunk and Egg?
Wow, that's a interesting question.
I like
What
the
do you like
humanity
about
of
your
it.
own story?
I like that. Yes, there are a lot of Targaryens.
We better
in
get
it.
the
There
Quinn
are a lot
question.
of, knights and lords representing the other great houses of Westeros. That's all there. But you know,
This question
all the way
comes
back
from
when
Quinn
Game of
Najem,
Thrones first came out, which was,
He asks, why isn't
thousands
House
of years
Connington
ago.
featured in the Dunk and Egg novellas?
mostly it got good reviews, which I'm.
That
pleased
was
to
a
say. We
terrible
got,
question to
big
choose.
bad
What do you
reviews.
like
One of-
about
one of
Dunk?
the
What do you
things
like
that,
about?
one of the people
Don't ask an author what they
said,
like about their own
was
book.
that,
What a dumb question.
Here it is, another fantasy, and we get to hear more about kings and lords and kings and lords. Nobody ever writes about the common people, the small folk, as I call them, and that resonated with me. I mean, believe it or not, occasionally we do listen to some of the critics if they know what they're talking about. Yeah, that is true, and especially, you know, I don't
Can
wanna
you
shock
imagine one
anyone,
of the questions was just
but
where
I'm
wins?
not actually a lord. And I'm not even a knight. There was Sir George Martin, and he ran the Beatles, and he died a few years ago, but they knighted him. He was Sir George Martin, and when he died, a lot of people...
Yeah, am
thought
I gonna get a
was
knighthood,
dead,
do you
which was
reckon?
a bit disconcerting.
Once I'm
I
a
had to
huge
put out,
YouTuber
"No,
with my fantasy
I'm
book
not dead,
series,
and also
Sir
I'm not a knight."
Horatio Haven.
And I'll
Who
never
knows?
be a knight because I'm not British. But what I am
Make
is
Dexter
from
a
Bayonne, New
knight.
Jersey, which is right across the right across the water. And my father was a longshoreman. He worked on the docks. And my mother worked for Maidenform.
George has a real
They had a factory
rags to
there in
riches
Bayonne.
story.
She was an inspector on the line. And I lived in the projects, and I went to public school. So I'm the farthest thing from a lord that you can do. So it seemed to me that writing a story that was really centered around the experience of the small folk. Not you. You can't be small. Well, you are small, but you're not. You're not a small folk. You'll always be a Targaryen, and you have that royal blood in you. But he
George, don't.
is
What?
definitely a
I
small
don't
folk.
know.
Pause.
I'm not sure. I don't know. That's
What,
We're going to get to the next question.
George, you spoiled. Don't spoil.
He is small. When we were casting
is small.
our big debate.
George, that's like the twist. Don't
is, well,
spoil.
do we want to cast a short guy? Because Dunk is 6'11", and he's not. But we had bigger people. But Peter was so great. And
Yo, he just spoiled the main
we'll
twist,
cast a short
and now
guy.
he's like, "Oh,
Peter, how
bro,
tall are you?
bro."
6'6".
To be fair, everyone
stay
at this panel,
6'7" at times as well.
everyone at this panel,
Sir Dunk, the
like,
tall
has
indeed.
read Dunk and Egg.
All right,
let's
this
be
next
honest.
question is for
Everyone
Ira.
watching the
It
panel
comes
has probably
from
read Dunk and Egg.
At Ander Bookshelf.
But like that is,
This is also from Instagram.
yeah.
With the show following more
That
on the
was-
common folk
Come on,
and
man.
less powerful individuals, how does that
Come on,
shift
man.
of focus affect how you approach storytelling?
So, again, everything was Dunk focused, Dunk forward.
Yeah, 6'6". What a fucking short ass.
Honestly, this affected everything.
Not tall
from
enough
our
to be Dunk.
music
I wonder if they do
to
things to make
the
him
cameras
taller in
and
the show.
lenses that we shot on, to our costume,
Like perspective, maybe they give him like
everything that we put
boots with
into
like
this
some big heels
show
in it.
was about what it, the grittiness of this world. Everything had to feel.
Give us the Quinn
simple
question, man.
and
He got so many
unpolished.
likes
You know,
on that
obviously
Twitter
Game
post.
of Thrones and House of the Dragon are so gorgeous and so beautiful and so sprawling and epic, you know, and especially in our musical choices, you know, we went quite small and simple.
Kerm
and
is
almost
like the grandpa getting too
whimsical.
honest
There's
at
a-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know, this is a story, you know,
Nah, come on.
about Dunk and Egg, about a knight and a squire.
Here's the thing about
but
the
in a lot of
Mexicans.
ways,
Everyone's
these
like,
are
whoa,
still
how tall are
two
you then,
kids
Peter?
going on
Yo,
this
6'6",
journey
that's
trying
crazy
to,
though. Wow.
make something better of themselves, so there needed to be that adolescent feeling to the approach of the show where you're not a finished product yet. You're still learning, you're still adapting, I think, I hope people enjoy that. I hope people forgive us for the level of unpolished that we exhibit in this show. It is intentional and it is inherent into these characters.
I like that.
And we think it gives a nice, cool, new.
That's why I don't like The
vibe
Witcher on
to
Netflix
Westeros,
visually.
while still delivering
Everything's so polished
people,
and
know
clean
love
and
about
fake
this world.
looking, whereas everything in Westeros is so lived in, and it looks like this show is going to be even more leaning into
We've got our next question
the
here.
grittiness, the groundedness, the messiness,
This is
aesthetically.
I think this is a double feature question. We've got this is for Dexter from Ash Aya on Facebook.
Where's the Quinn question?
What was the most fun part of filming?
Ooh, my most fun part of filming, well, it was a scene which was the tug of war scene.
Ooh,
And
tug of war?
this scene was so fun.
That's not in the
The
novella.
first thing is, no one was listening to the stunt coordinators, and we were doing a real game of tug of war. Like, it was so funny. But I was at the front, and
Did he do the Squid Game tactic?
It was all mud, and if you fell in, then
Just
if
lean
your team
back.
lost, then you had to go in the mud, whatever. And I was at the front, and our team was losing. So I was heading into the mud. So I put my legs over the rope and just dangled. And then the poor person behind me had to have all my weight and was like, "Ah!" And
What is this scene he's
then,
describing?
we won eventually. And Peter threw me in the air, threw me in the air, caught me, and then one time he threw me in the air, and my eye hit his nose. And then everyone was like, "No, what happened? What happened?" And then that's the day that George R.R. Martin is here. So yeah, that was
You to meet him with a swollen eye. Yeah.
yeah.
I thought the tug of war looked like fun.
That was really fun.
That's what they were filming the first time I showed up on set there, a tug of war. And everybody seemed to be having a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah.
That was
It
a
was
good
so
day.
much fun. It was great crack. And real mud provided by the Northern Irish weather as well.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. Nice
Also,
muddy tug of war.
I thought the scenes inside the tents of the other lords and knights that Dunk, drops in on and helps himself to the meat and the mead, and the scenes with you'll meet him soon enough, but the guy who's playing the Laughing Storm is just incredible, and those scenes with in the tent are amazing.
That was really fun. This next one, Dexter, this for you too. This is from X. I'll always call it Twitter. But it's from @Viceuner. How do you like your
No,
eggs?
Give us Quinn.
Ooh, that's
How'd
a
you
good
like your
question.
eggs?
Well,
They ask how he
there's
likes his
two
eggs and they
types.
aren't
So,
doing the Quinn question. Come on, man.
boiled for 8 minutes. It has to be 8 minutes. If it's any more, I don't like them. If it's any less, I don't like them. 8
Yo,
minutes.
this kid is just a middle-aged
Has to be.
man.
And I
With
also
insane
love
drip.
scrambled eggs, but only by my grandma. She makes the best scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs is a shout. Scrambled eggs is the only kind of eggs I can
Round of
have are
applause for
scrambled eggs
Grandma.
on
Yeah.
toast. I hate egg.
All right, we've got our
But
last
protein,
fan
right,
question
so
here.
I gotta
this
get
one
into
is
eggs
from @Arkham, but with a 4 where the A goes.
Oh,
for Peter.
give us Quinn.
Were you familiar with this story before signing on, or is there a scene in the novella that you're particularly excited to do this season?
First of all, great name.
Good question.
Definitely, for sure. That's right up my street. Yeah.
Hey,
so
is he an Arkham fan? Is he a fan of the Arkham games
story.
or
I-
Batman in general?
was this huge Game of Thrones TV fan, obviously the original series. I had heard of obviously Joffrey references to Sir Duncan the Tall at a couple of times through the series, and he just pops up in places.
He does, yeah. There's a scene where he's going
So
through the
I'd
White
always
Book
kind
and
of
he
heard it
goes
in the
to Duncan
background,
the
and
Tall.
then obviously when the casting call went out, when I got the first tape to do, I went looking at this guy and I was like, I think I'm not trying to. It's very easy to do a tape and let it out into the ether because I find it quite hard to build things up because I immediately just start panicking. But I was looking at the illustrations and stuff, and I was like, this is the first time since I started acting where this guy actually kind of looks like me. Do you know what I mean? I could actually do this justice.
You're too small, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I had heard little bits, and
you're a man compared to Duncan the
Seven
Tool.
Kingdoms is the first but not last of George's books that I'm going to read. And I fell in love immediately with The Hedge Knight. It's just such a brilliant story.
The Hedge Knight.
And I kind of had to speed read it in the auditioning process. And then when I got the role and got over all my panic attacks we were talking about, so I got to sit and really absorb it. And I just was like, this is just the most perfectly. It just runs so smoothly as you read along, and I enjoy it. It was like one of those times I used to always think when people are like, oh, I couldn't put a book down. I was like, what does that feel like? I mean, reading 20 pages is like, I'm like, yes, unreal, PlayStation. But it was like one of those and that was the second time I felt that. It was The Hedge Knight. The first time was 1984, George Orwell, but yeah, this was the same feeling. I was like, I couldn't put this down, and just beautifully written.
Hedge Knight, 1984,
yeah,
very similar
that
books.
Was my kind of introduction into it, and the scene in the novella that I did in the season, kind of.
I have not listened to the audiobook with Harry Lloyd. I should
scene on horseback.
I need to get. I have read all the novellas, obviously. I want to get the graphic novels of Duncan Egg, and I do want to listen to Harry Lloyd's.
We had done that.
Apparently, he's fantastic. I've heard he's an amazing
and I remember
audiobook narrator.
This is like
Harry Lloyd being the actor for Viserys in season 1 of Game of Thrones. For those who don't know,
implore people to do whatever, and I felt like when that came around, I was quite nervous, and when we got it finished,
yeah, this is the first time an actor
done,
in a Westeros show has been asked, "Have you read the books?" And they're like, "Yes, actually, I have. I'm actually a fan." Most of the time, they're like, "Yeah, no."
I was like, it's so cringy actually talking about it now, but I was like, yes, it did it. So that was like probably my favorite.
Ain't nothing cringy about you.
As one of probably like, I don't know, very few people who's even seen it, I know the scene you're talking about.
Yeah,
dude, it was incredible work.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
What?
All right.
What? Like
we're about to do something with the fans in the room here. I'm gonna need a few brave souls, but truly, only if you're like an expert. You gotta know your stuff on this one.
Quinn.
So if you think you fit the bill on really knowing things like the Knight's Oath, just start mentally preparing for what I'm about to ask for with a couple volunteers. And while you guys mentally get ready for that,
Come
I
on,
have one
Quinn.
last question, everybody up here. Which episode are you most excited for everybody to see when the show comes out, when it's all said and done?
They need experts. It's probably this is probably
6,
prearranged shit.
because then you
They're
will
probably
have
not picking
watched
random
the
people.
entire show.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I would have said 5, but I think 4 is the one that hits hardest for me. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
3. I love 3.
Yeah.
It's my favourite.
Yeah.
You'll see why. You'll see why.
I know.
I love how there's a 11-year-old
Well,
and George is the
I'm
one
kind
who
of
spoiled a
prejudiced,
major
but,
plot.
Episode 5 is very potent because that's the big action episode. That is the. I hope I don't spoil anything for anyone. But
You've already spoiled.
those of you who've read the story
George.
or read the comic book. will
5
know
is the action. So
it's
5
the
is
trial of 7.
yes.
And
5 is the trial by 7.
that was a.
Okay, I thought that would be in the
it-
final episode. So is
having
the last
a
episode
duel
just
between
like
the hero and the villain,
wrapping
or
up
even
the
showing
story
hero
and building
going
up
into
to
a
the next
battle
bit?
against
Okay,
one of the
I really would have
A lot of
expected
people
trial
done
by
this
7 to be
before.
episode 6, honestly.
But having 7 people versus another 7 per people, all with
No,
their
I
own
bet episode 5
distinct
ends with trial by
personalities
7 and ends
heraldry,
with the
and
death
having all that
scene,
going on
and
at the
then
same time is very
6
challenging.
is like
how to do it.
like Game of Thrones,
And
where
I think
episode
the
9
way
was
they
always the
settled
big
to do it,
climactic
was
moment,
superb. It's the best way
battle,
to-
what have you, and then
best way to do
episode
it.
10
And
was the wind
wasn't
down and
necessarily
the
convinced
build up for
when
the
it
next
started,
season.
but
Okay, no, I can
yes,
see it.
it worked very well. That being said, I'm even more impressed with the final episode of the show, episode 6, because the battle is over by then, and the big twist has been revealed, and this is
The
sort
twist.
of
What twist?
epilogue episode.
Why didn't you just
It's
say it to
like
everyone?
the scouring of the Shire, which you notice did not make Lord of the Rings. And I was saying, how the hell are they going to do episode 6, which is the aftermath, and people dealing with the emotional resonance of what happened in episode 5. And again, it was really good.
Okay.
All my
It's
worries
got the
were
gum seal of
relieved, and
approval for episode 6.
I really like what you guys
Okay,
did
interesting.
in
I'm excited
episode
then.
6,
I'm excited.
showing the
It's riskier to have a
emotional
mini
resonance,
series
setting
where the
things
big
up for
climax isn't the
future
last
of
episode,
these characters,
but
and
it's got
what
the gum seal of approval.
effects
Okay, okay.
the battle had on them.
I do like he was
We
like,
see
I
a
hope
lot
I'm
of
not
fights
spoiling
in,
anything, but episode
action
5
films,
is the trial by
thrillers,
7. It's like,
medieval
dude, stop,
fantasies, things like that. A lot
stop.
of effects, but a lot of people don't treat what happens after. And what happens after, obviously I didn't live in the Middle Ages. I
What up,
never did
Crusader
that,
Chris
but
in the
I
comments?
do
How you
know
doing?
People who served in war, who served in Vietnam, not myself, but at
30-minute Darren
they
the
still
Drunken
talk
Dream
20 years
sequence.
later about their friend who was in
About the Song of Ice and Fire and the Prince Who
Bells
Was Promised.
when you think
Just
of
to
what
fuck with
happened,
people.
all those years later, or things that they did or saw. It has powerful effects, and I like the fact that we're getting into that. And that being said, I love the whole 6 episodes, and I think it's great. I hope you guys will love it too, and that we'll be able to do the Sworn Sword, which is the next one. And
Let's
Please.
go. Sworn Sword.
Need you to start filming yesterday, guys. Need you to... All right.
Can I just before you do this, can I just clarify that The Lord of the Rings is the greatest trilogy ever made?
Yeah. What did Lord of the Rings do to you guys?
No, film trilogy of all time. Just before people take me out of context. Greatest film trilogy of all
He's
time.
still panicking
I
about.
watch it every weekend.
Don't let the Tolkien fans
All right, this is
come
going
to
to
you,
feel
bro.
really cool for me.
Stand your ground.
May I have my squire deliver my sword, please,
What the fuck is going on?
to the
Are they gonna
stage?
knight?
Oh,
Are they gonna?
Thank you, Squire.
Are they knighting someone in the audience? What's
Okay.
going on? What is this?
if you think you know the words to the knight's oath,
Quinn.
you only get one try at
Come
this. We're
on,
going to try.
Quinn.
You are ready to go. We're going to get 3 people. You're in. You're
Quinn
in,
the
my
GM,
friend.
Quinn the GM.
I need 2 more. Okay, you're up. I see you and up in the front. Okay. You guys were in the front row. You were. Come on.
I wonder if this is genuine or
how
whether
did they
they're
get up
plants.
here?
Are they
I don't
audience
know.
plants?
Maybe we come that way. Go meet her. Look at this. I'm waving a sword around. Like, go that way.
It's not a real sword, mate. Don't worry.
All right. George,
on,
will you
Quinn.
join me in this?
will I what?
Will you join me in this?
Sure.
I think it would be pretty cool
doesn't
to,
give a
to
fuck.
knight
He's
somebody
like-
who really
he's
knows
like, yeah,
their
sure, why
knight
not?
stuff. Yeah.
George doesn't know the fucking words.
All right. So what we're gonna do?
On the knighting words from the show.
These 3
that I don't think-
self-proclaimed
Wait,
experts.
I don't know. Is it
What's your
Quinn?
name, man?
My name is Joseph.
Joseph.
That is
All right.
definitely not Quinn the GM.
Well, let's get all 3 at the same time here.
I do know what he looks
Joseph,
like.
where you from, man?
so-
From Texas.
No,
Are you freaking out 'cause
that
you're on
is
stage
not
with George R.
Quinn
R.
the
Martin?
GM, I'm
Yes, thank
afraid.
you for-
Neither of those women are Quinn the GM.
What's your name?
Oh,
Catherine.
Catherine.
Quinn
Nice
was
to meet
robbed.
you. What's your name?
Quinn was
Shannon.
robbed.
Shannon. All right.
Who the fuck
Here
is
we
Quinn?
go.
Someone says.
Catherine, Shannon.
How can you be
George.
watching
No,
a
he's
Fantasy
George.
Haven live
What was-
stream and not know
Joseph, Catherine, Shannon. Okay.
the way more
All right.
successful,
Do
popular
you know
partner
the Knight's
to this
Oath?
channel? Quinn the GM,
Yes.
the one and only.
Okay.
Come on, man.
There's a microphone. I'm going to give you the stage. Please. Give it
Who
a
knows
shot.
my channel but doesn't know Quinn's channel?
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave.
Wow.
In the name of the father, I charge you to be just.
Oh.
In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the innocent.
Oh.
Arise, Joseph, a knight of the 7 kingdoms.
Oh wow.
Yo, did he get...
Close.
Okay.
I got goosebumps there.
Well,
That was
you left out the maiden and protect all women, but hey, the ones you did were good. Should we?
I think he should get knighted. I think.
Knighthood, yes.
Yes.
On your knees, Joseph.
Oh
Joseph,
god,
right?
he's gonna fucking kill him.
I charge you to do all of that. And
Is this
to
like... This is live
arise,
footage
Sir Joseph.
of Aegon the
Knight
Unworthy
of the
knighting
7
Damon
Kingdoms.
Waters.
Woohoo!
Welcome.
All right. Give it a go.
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the Father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to protect the innocent and the young. And in the name of the maiden, I charge you to protect all maidens.
All women, but yeah. Hey. Close
In the
enough.
name of the stranger, I charge
you
you to
are-
fucking kill people.
Catherine.
Catherine. Now, would you like to be Sir Catherine, or would you like to be the female name, Lady Catherine or something like that?
May I be sir?
Be a sir? Certainly.
It's good enough for Brienne.
Real life Brienne right here.
Not in the books yet, but hey, yes.
Spoilers.
Sir
Book spoilers.
Catherine, is it? I.W. Sir Catherine, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
This is
Where
very
in
cool.
particular
This
are
is
you
very
from?
sweet. I thought this would be cringe, but it's not.
A knight of New York City. Hey,
That is a sparkly
No
outfit.
pressure.
None.
You got this.
All right. In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to protect the innocent. And in the name of the maiden, I charge you to protect all maidens.
and you are
Shannon.
what?
Shannon.
Shannon.
Yes.
Okay, very Irish.
Yes.
No, it's not cringe. Shut up, chat.
lady
It's
or
based.
sir?
Lady, please.
I dub thee Lady Shannon of
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Oh, okay, very good. Well, rise. St. Louis needs protection. And
Thank you.
guard it very well.
Thank you.
Give it up for our 3 knights.
It's less cringe because I'm watching it with you guys. If I was watching this by myself, it might be a
Thank
bit
you,
rough.
you legends. All
I,
right. Well,
I used to actually dub a lot of the members of the fan group of the Without Banners, which was formed way back in 2011. And I would go to conventions, and we would go out usually in the middle of the night. The first one, we were at a Worldcon in Philadelphia. So we went for cheesesteaks at 3 in the morning.
He's doing the old man rambling. He's
And
just talking about the
people who
past.
joined me on
They're like, yeah, we have a
this
new
thing
panel
to
coming up. We
Pat's
can't
King
afford
of
this.
Steaks to get 3 in the
We
morning.
can't afford to have you.
cheesesteaks. I dubbed
waffling.
knights. There were about 10 of them or something like that. But then it became anything that happens in fandom twice, it's a tradition for all time.
The producers are
So
like,
I wound up
fucking.
having to do that every year, and the group
We've
got
got 2
bigger
minutes
and
left,
bigger
Harry.
and bigger. And like a decade later, we're
Your
at a
bro is
convention
waffling right now.
It was Reno, and I'm saying I didn't go out to the restaurants anymore, but I found
He thinks he's doing
24-hour
stand-up.
places, and I would send them out, and they would come back with food for the party. And I'm saying,
Now this is cute. This is
I've
cute.
dubbed like 200 people here at Reno.
Like back
Every
when the
time I
fan
turn
base
around,
must have been
another
way
burger is
smaller
arriving.
and probably way more intimate.
It
And
was fun, but
It's interesting
the
to hear this.
tradition ended there. But there were 10 years of nights.
he does seem
coming
in good
forward, and
spirits. He seems in good
I'll
spirits,
still
and he,
meet. There's probably
he's-
some of you here.
seems
and any nights
same
of
as
the
Oxford,
cheesesteak
sharp.
here,
He's sharp for his age.
any
He's
nights
doing
of the
all right.
old roast beef here. We had a number. The night of
Yeah,
the
Gum is
pink
doing the
hot
weave.
dog from
It's called the weave.
L.A.
We cannot believe.
Here you go. I'll give you your sword back.
well, thank you so much, George.
And eventually, knighting people will fall to you because you will be a lord and a prince and
Perhaps.
Don't
all
stop
of that
spoiling.
stuff.
Just
That
stop
is-
fucking spoiling.
All right.
If you live long enough.
Big if in that world, guys. Ira, Peter, Dexter, George, thank you so much for coming to New York Comic Con.
Hey.
New York, give it
Thank
up.
you.
The Night of the Seven Kingdoms coming soon to HBO Max.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there we go. That was awesome. Cool. Well, that was fun. Yeah, they didn't answer Quinn's question, and Quinn was not knighted. Sir Quinn of wherever the fuck he's from. That's a shame. Anyway. Cool, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to leave this live stream up. I'm not sure if I'm allowed, to be honest. I have recorded it just in case. And I'll probably put it on the Patreon if I do have to take the stream down, but I don't know. Anyway, so everyone stick around for my... Not in this live stream, but I'm going to be setting up another live stream literally in like 5 minutes where we'll be breaking down the new Duncan Egg trailer, which dropped apparently an hour ago. So I'm going to stop this stream, watch that trailer, make some notes, and then we're going to do a breakdown in 5-10 minutes. Keep an eye on your subscription box. And I'll quickly read out the couple of super chats we got. Thank you for the super chat from Pioneer10, who said, I can't stay because I'm at work, have fun and be good. We did have lots of fun. Thank you for the super chat from Jasper Lane, who I'm going to be collabing with in the future. Can't say I'm super excited about the show. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I don't want to be fooled a third time. It's a shame you feel that way, Jasper, but I am kind of hyped about the show. And this panel's definitely made me feel slightly more hyped, just because of the chemistry of the actors, to be honest. But also, man, the trailer. I haven't even seen the trailer. Okay, we're going to see the trailer. And thank you for the super chat from Dag Hagmark, who said, what do you like about your YouTube channel? Shut the fuck up. Where'd you get your ideas from? Right, so... See, part of me does want to watch the trailer live now, but I don't think that would just be... Yeah, no, that would be a copyright issue if I'm just playing it. And I don't want to keep pausing it the first time I watch it, so I'm gonna... No, I can't do it live because I don't want to keep pausing and talking over it. And I'll do it in my... Okay, I'll end the stream now. I'll watch the trailer by myself fully. I'll make a bunch of notes. 5 minutes time, we'll break it down. Okay, see you in 5 minutes.